Welcome back to the channel, it's Andy, we're back with FM23 and IFK Goteborg, and today we're hopefully going to be retaining the league title in the Allsvenskan with a performance against Helsingborg. As long as we don't lose, we will be wrapping up the title with a couple of games to spare, and with 3 games to go, we are still unbeaten as well, so we could go for the Invincible season and not suffer a defeat all year. We'll have to wait and see if we can do that as well. We'll also see how the Champions League has been going, and we'll get back to the Champions League phase in the next video, and hopefully we can get on the board in terms of points. But today we'll be wrapping up the league title. We have all but confirmed our status as champions, but a result today will confirm it 100%. Drop a like on the video if you're enjoying it and enjoying the series. Comment, subscribe, turn notifications on. Check out the second channel down below. Let's jump into it and let's get this title done. So last episode we took on Juventus in the Champions League. We lost by 2-1. We kept it respectable. So do you know what? I can't fault the players for it. We managed to get the goal just before half time. We went 2-0 down. But only losing 2-1 for me, that's a dub. We also lost to Galatasaray as well, so hopefully we can get some points on the board at least. I don't think we're going to get through the top 24. I think we will just miss out, but hopefully we get some points on the board and get a couple of wins. We did play a few games off camera, starting off with a home game against Kalmar, and after 4 straight draws in the league, we did get back to winning ways here. Kulikov scored inside 9 minutes to give us a 1-0 lead. And we doubled the lead after 58 minutes. Abdullahi with the goal this time, beating the goalkeeper, and it was 2-0. Kalmar did get a goal in the 75th minute. Ilitupa setting up Rajovic. Dahlberg came out, couldn't get to it. And Kalmar did get a goal. But Peter set up Kulikov for a third for us in the 83rd minute. A 3-1 win gets us back to winning ways after a string of poor results, although not yet losing a game. And then we were very dominant at home against Trelleborgs with 4 different scorers here. Diagna made it 1-0 in the 22nd minute from a set piece. And then another set piece just a couple of minutes later saw us double our need. Fredrik Nissen with a looping header over the keeper to make it 2-0. Just 2 minutes into the second half, we scored a third as Kulikov set up Olivieri, as Olivieri made it 3-0. And with 57 minutes gone, we scored a fourth as it was Hagen making a solo run, and inside the box he managed to beat Christensen and into the goal it went. And a 4-0 win and a dominant performance keeps us unbeaten. We then hosted Barcelona in the Champions League. We went 2-0 down very early on. We gave away a penalty which was scored by Jonas Wind inside 4 minutes, and then with 8 minutes on the clock it was 2-0 Barcelona, and it was Balde with the assist and Sadio Mane with the goal. 2-0 down very early on. Barca scored a third after 54 minutes. Ousmane Dembele with the assist as he put the cross in, and it was Wind scoring again, his second of the game, and we were 3-0 down at home. But we did manage to get ourselves a consolation goal with a minute to go of normal time. Peñalosa with the assist, Malay Diagna with the half volley as we're going to go back. And we lost 3-1, so yet to pick up any points in the Champions League, but there's still plenty of games to go and some teams which I think we can beat. Our next Champions League opponents are Tottenham, away from home. We'll see if they do as Spurs. But then we host Sparta Prague and Hoffenheim, and we're also at home against PSV Eindhoven. I think we can pick up some points there. Not enough for us to get top 24, but we can definitely get some points on the board. I'd be very disappointed if we came away with this without a point at all. But this is how the league table looks. We are 9 points clear of Malmö with 9 points to play for. So a point in our next game against Helsingborg will confirm us as champions, and we will successfully retain our title. But hopefully by the end of this video, we're going to play the other 2 games sort of off camera, show some goals. And then hopefully after 30 games, we will still be unbeaten. If we were to lose now with 3 games to go, again, I'd be very disappointed. So I'm hoping we can get through this season unbeaten. So, Helsingborgs are our opponents. Malmö are 2-0 up, and we're playing a slightly later kickoff, but we just need to do our job. We just need to avoid defeat, and we will be confirmed as champions. Our only injury at the moment is Sebastian Hausner, but Hausner is out for up to 6 weeks with a back injury, so that is not good going for the defender. It means that Salvadogo is our only real right back at the moment, so he's having to play. We have Gundogan, but he's not played all season. Been a bit of a wasted signing, honestly. He's barely played. But this is the team we're going for today. Dahlberg in goal, Larkesh Bangsberg, Zagala and Salvadogo back 4. Nissen and Hagen in midfield, Diagna on the left, Andrejka on the right, Olivieri and Mathieu starting together up front. Mathieu coming back from injury, so you know we've yet to see him score since his return, and we'll hopefully get some goals for him before this season is done. His contract is an issue because he only has a year left. We're trying to get him on a new deal, but his agent is quoting like a 2 million release clause, limited. And he's worth a lot more than 2 million, so I don't really want to let him go for that cheap. So I'm in a bit of a crossroads as to what to do. Andrejka's got a chance here, but he puts it wide. Because if we sign him to a new deal, there's a chance we could lose him for £2 million, but then we want to try and get him on a new deal as soon as we can after that to get rid of the release clause. but also he's got a year left. We don't want to lose him for free. So, bit of an impasse. But we are well underway in the game against the Helsingborgs. We're 10 minutes in, and we're keeping the ball well here. We're keeping possession. Fredrik Nissen back to Zagala. Here's Elias Hagen. Olivieri to Diagna, and he could send through Mathieu, but it's Olivieri. Peñalosa has come forward, or Draker, excuse me. How has he missed that? You need to be hitting the target from there, man. Come on. Peñalosa would have scored that, and he's been playing awfully recently. He might go, honestly, Peñalosa. He's not homegrown. He's someone that we could look to sell, but he just hasn't really been doing very well this season, so that might be someone that goes in the next transfer window. But we're keeping the ball well here. Diagna's through, and he's chipped the goalkeeper. Oh, and it's come off with a bar. That would have been amazing if that had gone in. Nissen with the long ball to Olivieri. Well, he's lost out though. Pedro Augusto to Samuel Cotto, former player of ours that's not really been featuring for us. Rodriguez is through here, and Rodriguez, or Tarzan, has scored for Helsingborgs, although it's been disallowed. It was offside. Tarzan offside. I'm going to go for a demand more shout as we start the second half. Mathieu has not done too well today. Ondrejka has had a couple of chances that he hasn't taken. Same with Diagna as well. Our front four has not done especially well today. We can make some subs. We're going to make some subs. Mathieu off for Kulikov. Ondrejka off for Peñalosa. Peñalosa with a corner kick here. 68 minutes on the clock. Zagala's gone for it. And it's Diagna at the far post. Gets in on the action. And it is 1-0 with 68 minutes. It's been a long time coming. Disappointing. It's taken 68 minutes. But Peñalosa with a corner kick. Zagala winning the header in the air. That aerial presence. I thought he'd go for goal. But he headed it to Diagna. And Diagna's there at the far post. Getting himself the goal. Sawadogo to Nissen. Here's Johan Bungsbo. Ziad Larkesh. Diagna, this is better from us. Another goal would be very nice. Diagna's got the ball back here again. It's Kulikov. There's 2-0. 71 minutes gone, or well over 71 minutes. Kulikov makes it 2-0. That will confirm 3 points, and that will confirm the title as well. Diagna has been one of our better players this season. Mathieu's been fantastic up front with the goals, but Diagna in his first full season for us has been immense. Really, really good after, struggling a bit in his first season. Last 10 minutes and the scoreline looking to be a bit more convincing now with it being 2-0. 2.82 XG today. Disappointed we couldn't get more than 2, honestly. We could have got 3 or 4 today. We still want to remain unbeaten, but I feel like we can make some changes, give some opportunities to some younger players, and still hopefully get through without suffering a defeat all season. I mean, what on earth? Helsingborgs have got a goal in the 91st minute here. Pedro Augusto had no right going for goal. Watch this. This is one of the best goals I've seen in the save. Otterson with the ball. How did this sneak in? Pedro Augusto. How has he managed to get this away? Look at the curve on that. That's like, he's defied physics with that. That is one of the best goals I've seen on Football Manager in a long time. It is full time, and the win means that we are confirmed champions for the second successive season. We've got 2 games to go to try and get the unbeaten season, but we have won the title once again, our 3rd league trophy of the save. And the trophy is handed to goalkeeper Pontus Dahlberg, as for the 3rd time in this series and for the 2nd time in a row, IFK Goteborg are crowned champions of Sweden. And there we go, the blue and white confetti comes down, the fireworks go off. It's a 3rd title of the series. So 2 games to go. It's Landskrona away and then Djurgårdens away. A tough game for our final day. Okay, I've made some changes for the game against Landskrona. Tapia's in goal. Cardona's on his debut. Eric Andre's playing. Peters and Castro are in midfield. So we've made some changes. It's a risk, seeing as we are going for the unbeaten season, but hopefully still got enough quality about us to see off Landskrona. Well, that was not meant to happen. It's Landskrona 1, IFK 0 inside 10 minutes. Mattsson was dismissed by Castro. Maybe could have been a foul, but the referee's played advantage. It's gone to Elmansdorp, and the cross was good, and the Tola shot beats Tapia, and it's a 1-0 lead for the home side, and we're losing. We had a goal disallowed just before half-time, and we are losing 1-0 at half-time. This time we have equalised, 59th minute of the match, and it was Björkelangen setting up Abdullahi for the equalising goal. Ball was given away by Landskrona, Carlin playing a part in the goal, Eric Andre with the assist for Abdullahi, and the great finish into the far corner. We've equalised, so now we need to try and avoid defeat. Literally minutes later, Landskrona has scored again. Why? What are you doing, game? With 2 games to go from an unbeaten season, you send me this garbage. From the throw-in, Pomykal Headed away by Larkesh. Elmansdorp with the ball laid off to Waddell. Tapia has got a hand to it, but can't keep it from going in. What on earth is happening here? It's alright, 3 minutes later, it's 2-2, and it's Leslie Peters with, I think, only a second goal for us. I thought Matzier was going to go it alone for a second, but he lost the ball to Gamoon, but he recovered really well to get the ball back, put the ball in for Leslie Peters. Peters beats the goalkeeper. It's 2-2. We've equalised again. Can we have a bit of normalcy in this game now, please? And no, apparently we can't. Landskrona has scored again, 73 minutes. What's happening in this game? It's 3-2. We're losing with less than 20 minutes to go, and we're trying to go for the unbeaten season. Adenas did it all by himself. Got away from Larkesh. Tronsen is on from the bench though. Finds the goal. This is an absolute piss take game. Why now? We are 5 minutes away from our first league defeat of the season. I can't believe I'm even saying that in a game like this against Landskrona. Oh, Abdullah, he might have saved it. It's 3-3. No, it's not going to count. Well, unbelievably, with 2 games to go, we're going to lose our first league game of the season. And I know I've rotated here and I've played some young players, but that is absolutely ridiculous. How have we lost that game? I'm throwing the bottle. I'm fucking mad. We hit the woodwork 3 times. How? Are you absolutely taking the piss? Okay, final game of this season. We are playing a much, much stronger side. Although Tapia keeps his place, as does Leslie Peters, because he was actually okay. Final game of the season. We've lost our first game, so this is now just with nothing else to play for. No unbeaten season to play for. Let's just try and win this game and have it, 1 loss out of 30, which is still really good. I should not have rotated that much for Landskrona. I've disrespected them, so I deserve that. Well, a first half with 0 highlights and 0 shots on target. What a great final day this is going to be. It's 1-0 Your Gardens. What's going on? I thought the highlight was going to go to us. We had a corner kick and we had a chance, and then Azoro's gone to the other end. The defenders don't give a crap, and it's 1-0. We've equalised, and Matzier has his first goal since returning from injury, which is good to see, because I was a bit worried about his performances since he came back. But it is 1-1 with 65 minutes gone on. Draker with the assist. Matzier made the run, and he put it over the goalkeeper with a cheeky chip, and it's 1-1. Hopefully we can avoid defeat now. Okay, we've avoided defeat. It's ended 1-1. Just a couple of shots on target. Not a great game by any means. A really poor game. Diagna also went off injured in the first half, so that wasn't good. But yeah, we didn't do very well there. The final third of this season hasn't been quite right, because we drew, 4 games in a row. We lost against Landskrona somehow. We failed to win here. Last 10 games or so were pretty disappointing. Even if we'd have beaten Landskrona, I think unbeaten season would have been incredibly lucky. We've been very lucky to avoid defeat in some of the games that we've avoided defeat. I'm looking at that Elfsborg 0-0. If it hadn't been for Dahlberg in some of these games, we would have lost, because he's been outstanding. A 7.2 against Harken as well. 7.2 there. Malmo away, we managed to draw. Your Gardens at home, we drew. First half of this season, we were unbelievable. Before the end of June, we had dropped just 2 points in the league altogether. Since then, we've dropped 15 points. So, yeah, final third of this season, I'd say, has not been good at all. But we've successfully defended our title. We're champions for the 2nd year in a row, the 3rd time this series. But to lose to Landskrona in the penultimate game of the season, otherwise going unbeaten, that stings like all hell. I don't think we'll ever have another chance to go unbeaten for the whole season in this save. I think that was our chance, and unfortunately, we've blown it. But to do it, 5 years into the save, that's unbelievable. We've retained the title. We are Swedish champions again, meaning that next summer we will be straight into the Champions League proper with no need for qualifications, because we've risen in the coefficient. So we'll be in the Champions League proper next season with no having to worry about qualifiers. So that's really good news as well. Speaking of the Champions League, we're going to get some more Champions League games going next episode. I think we're going to play the 2 home games, Sparta Prague and Hoffenheim, because I really hope we can get some results in those 2 games. Spurs away from home is going to be very, very tough. We'll do that off camera, but Sparta Prague and Hoffenheim at home, I think we should be able to win one of those games. And then after Christmas, we are away against Bayern. Again, extremely tough game. Probably the toughest game that we have in our run. And then we host PSV, and we might be able to get something there. Of course, we might be trying to get into that top 24 with that last game. So hopefully we'll still have something to play for when we get to that final game. That's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, leave comments, and subscribe if you haven't, or if you're new, turn notifications on. Check out the second channel down below. And we'll be back with Champions League football next time with Sparta Prague and Hoffenheim. Sparta Prague so far have managed to get a win. They beat Union. Hoffenheim also have a win. They won away against BSV Eindhoven, so they're sitting on 4 points. Sparta Prague are on 3. Let's see if we can record a win, shall we? Because I think these are going to be our best chances to do so. We've won the league title. We'll focus on defending that for a third time in 2028. But for now, we'll focus back on Champions League football and see if we can get some points on the board. But for now, thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.